A couple months ago, I teased you with something. In an Instagram story, I told you I was doing a closet clean out video. I'm about to start shooting the next Living Pretty video for YouTube, and I'm extra intimidated by this one because I'm going to clean out my closet. Okay. I have so many clothes in here at this point that they come out like, oh, I can't even pull them out, but they come out wrinkled. Wish me luck. And I didn't deliver. And I realize you've probably been sitting there with Marie Kondo sized blue balls ever since. Sorry to leave you in agony. In this video, I'm finally gonna put out, it's time for my closet clean out video. I feel like this is the sluttiest sounding closet clean out intro in the history of YouTube. Welcome to Moda Misfit. So I actually started shooting this a couple months ago, back when I made that Instagram story. I spent hours going through my clothes. I even had my boyfriend do the filming. It was going to be awesome. Then two things happened. I finished going through my clothes, and then I looked around my closet and realized that I was far from done. I realized that even though I had set aside a small thrift store's worth of clothes, it didn't really look any different in my closet. It was going to be a very anticlimactic before and after video, let's just say that. I realized that I need to go balls to the wall with this closet clean out video, and that means not just going through my clothes that were hanging up, but also cleaning my shelves, going through my one overflowing drawer filled with graphic tees, everything. Then I got overwhelmed and decided it would be better to continue living life like the trash lady in the movie Labyrinth than to exert the amount of energy and effort required to complete such a task. Now here we are a couple months into COVID-19, and I'm like, how have I not finished cleaning out my closet yet? Isn't this what everyone is doing right now? So now I'm going to complete what I started. Please comment below and tell me, have you ever attempted a closet clean out only to stop midway through because it became a completely impossible task? Comment below and tell me your experience. I know some people are gonna relate to this, right? It's not just me. So let's do this. Like I said, I started this clean out a couple months ago, so let's start by time traveling to that first part of the process. I went into this closet clean out with one simple approach in mind: to sort through my clothes one chunk at a time. I personally suggest not bringing all your clothes out at once because we're trying to avoid getting overwhelmed, and seeing my entire wardrobe piled like the Mount Everest of clothing sounds like peak overwhelm to me. Not that I completely dodged being overcome with feelings of crippling overwhelm, as you can plainly see. It's too much. Anyway, after a productive minor emotional meltdown, I got my shit together and started to plow through my sweaters. I haven't worn this in probably 2 years, and I'm still having a hard time deciding if I want to keep it or not. Isn't it an obvious no that I don't keep it? Yes, it's an obvious no. Oh my god, this is like destroying my soul. It's so hard, but it's also replenishing my soul in a very interesting way. One of the most common closet clean out tips is to get rid of the things you haven't worn in a long time, but man, it can be pretty hard to part with even the most basic of sweaters. As I so dramatically put it, it's soul destroying and soul replenishing at the same time. So I just went through my sweaters, and I'm feeling really proud of myself because I actually have already eliminated a shit ton of stuff, and these are sweaters, so they take up more space in the closet. So I'm already feeling somewhat successful. Next up is to sort through my tops and blouses and a few more sweater stragglers. I'm gonna be skipping a lot of the sorting footage for the rest of this video because I think you get the idea of what that looks like, but here are the tops I'm keeping. I didn't do as good of a job eliminating tops and blouses as I did with sweaters, but these are a bit more unique than a lot of my basic sweaters. That's one little challenge I have for the Marie Kondo sparking joy method, where you only keep the things that truly spark joy for you. I do agree with that approach, but I would also just add that some things are worth keeping simply because they're unique and you'll have a hard time finding something like them in the future. Just because something doesn't spark joy for you now doesn't mean it won't do so again someday. Keeping something unique is like making an investment in your future sparks of joy. I could totally work out with these. Now it's time to sort through my basics, mostly just t-shirts and stuff. I grab a shitload of them at a time because this is the point in the process where I started to get exhausted and wanted to finish the job as quickly as possible. There comes a time in a closet cleanout where you come face to face with a few potentially unsavory aspects of yourself. You're materialistic, privileged, wasteful, a cog in the machine of commercialism. When you're surrounded by an absurd amount of stuff, it's easy to kind of feel shitty about yourself. That's probably the toughest part of a closet cleanout. The act of sorting through your physical stuff kind of forces you to sort out your mental and emotional stuff too, which is where the real work is. But go easy on yourself. Don't treat your closet cleanout as a way to punish yourself. Treat it more like a therapy session where maybe you find some behaviors you want to adjust, but ultimately it's an act of self-care and self-reflection. All right, so I have now gone through this portion of my closet and it is feeling quite a bit better. I have my basics here, my blouses here, and my sweaters here. So I ended up with a bunch of clothes to donate to a donation drive I was hosting at my work right before COVID-19 hit. I filled 5 grocery bags with those clothes, and they're currently sitting at the empty office as we speak, ready to be donated to an awesome organization called Dress for Success when social distancing ends. So this is what my closet looked like after I went through my hanging clothes. Can you see why I felt like it was going to be a pretty lame before and after video? Overall, you can't tell that I got rid of all those clothes, and there's still so much that needs to be organized in here. So today, 2 months later, I'm going through the upper shelves and my 2 overflowing drawers. Those are the spots that still need work, and once they're taken care of, my closet will feel noticeably better. So I'm starting with the most challenging task of the day, sorting through my graphic tees that I wear around the apartment. That's another tip I have for you when you're doing a closet clean out. Tackle the toughest tasks before anything else when your energy and enthusiasm are at their highest. Then everything will feel comparatively easy from there. Even though going through this drawer is daunting, it's already so much more enjoyable than going through my hanging clothes, probably because I'm sitting down and not getting attacked by hangers. Also, most of these t-shirts are band t-shirts that have a special place in my heart. Leave it to Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, and the Beatles to spark joy for this girl. I ended up only getting rid of a few of these t-shirts. I'm too emotionally attached to most of these, and it turns out that there's room in the drawer for them anyway. They just needed to be properly folded. By the way, I learned something interesting about my graphic tee tendencies after going through this drawer. All my graphic tees fall into one of 4 categories: outer space, geek chic, as in video games and anime, floral, and my favorite bands. Until today, I had no idea just how consistent I was in my graphic tee categories. See, you learn shit about yourself when you do a closet clean out. Then I go through my top drawer stuffed with socks, bras, and tights, which I won't bore you with, but here's the before and after. Now that those drawers are sorted through and can finally close, it's time for the last piece of this closet clean out, the shelf up here, which is filled with the most random assortment of things. Pieces of decor I'm not using, some lighting equipment I bought for taking photos of my apartment that I never use, a box of workout clothes I never wear and will probably get rid of. I've been meaning to go through this stuff for so long, and it's just always felt like too annoying of a task to undertake, but here I am, finally doing it. I got all that stuff out of my closet and laid it out on the rug so I could take a good look at it. Some of it I got rid of, and some of it I just moved to the higher shelf in my closet, which I have no idea why I haven't been using all along. And the result is a much tidier, more aesthetically pleasing shelf, which has a pretty wonderful effect on the look of the rest of my closet. I have extra room for winter shoes that I won't be wearing for the next few months, and the unused decor has a nice side effect of making the closet look decorated when really it's all just being stored in here. See, this is more along the lines of the before and after I wanted. Not only are my hanging clothes sorted through, but my shelves look tidier, and I can actually close those two formerly overflowing drawers. It's a much more pleasant space to be in now, which is exactly how a closet should be. Getting dressed in the morning is one of the first opportunities we have for creative expression. The last thing our closet should do is cramp our style, you know? Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to bask in the euphoria of my newly cleaned out closet, while Hilo sits here wondering what the fuck just happened. So there you have it. That's my closet clean out video. Please let me know in the comments below if you relate to the overwhelm that can come with cleaning out a closet. Yeah. If you like this video, give it a like, and subscribe to my channel if you want to stay updated and all of the living pretty stuff that I post every week. Apartment lifestyle tips, interior styling tips, all of that. And for daily glimpses into my studio apartment life, follow me on Instagram at moda.misfit. And remember, your apartment and your closet is destined to be pretty, and you are pretty powerful.